Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. We're here today to talk about our campaign, ICE Out of Minneapolis. As we have seen this administration blatantly attack our immigrant neighbors, we know that Minneapolis will not stand for it. As ICE invades our sister cities, with attacks escalating in LA, Chicago, and Portland, it's clear that the city of Minneapolis needs a stronger separation ordinance. It's the legal separation ordinance between the federal immigration enforcement and local law enforcement should we become Trump's next target. This is why the Minnesota Immigrants Action Committee has been fighting for a better separation ordinance, stating clearly that the Minnesota and the Minneapolis Police Department should not be helping, should not be aiding in ICE operations. Our campaign highlights these four demands: no collusion, no crowd control, no cover-ups, and real consequences.
With a mayoral election coming up on November 4th, the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee is interested in hearing how our mayoral candidates will protect and uplift our immigrant neighbors, and how they will work together to further separate local law enforcement from Trump's violent federal forces. We extended an open invitation to our candidates, and we have three of them here today. Fatah is on his way. Dwayne Davis, Jazz Hampton, and Omar Fatah. Each candidate will be given 2 to 3 minutes to speak, with time for questions at the end. So first we're going to introduce our first speaker.
Before we get to mayoral candidates, we wanted to invite Mirka, a member of MIRAC, to talk a little bit more about our campaign and a little bit more about our plans.
Thank you, guys. Alright, yeah, let's give it up for our fantastic MC. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Mirka, and I'm a proud member of MIRAC, the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. We are a grassroots organization built on solidarity, courage, and the unshakable belief that every human being deserves dignity and justice. We stand shoulder to shoulder with our immigrant neighbors, with those who cannot safely speak out or stand up for themselves. We raise our voices because silence in the face of injustice is complicity. Today, we extended an invite to Mayor Frey and all of the mayoral candidates to talk about their realistic plans to keep our city safe from federal agencies that have been terrorizing communities across the nation. To all of the mayoral candidates, I extend a warm welcome and a thank you for being here with us today. As you'll notice, Mayor Frey is not joining us today. He has chosen silence. The city of Minneapolis and its residents deserves better. We deserve a clear plan that ensures our safety. We deserve elected officials who do their jobs, who speak up for our safety, who listen to their constituents and act in our best interest. When our leaders stay silent, when those in power choose inaction, our communities cannot afford to wait. On June 3rd, an attack was carried out against our community. Federal agents flooded Lake Street and struck fear in our immigrant neighbors, while the MPD did nothing. Our community members showed up, only to be met with violence by the very institutions that are meant to protect us. This is unacceptable. Not only is it unacceptable, but we refuse to stand by it. The city of Minneapolis does not want federal agents in our backyard. We want a real sanctuary now, and we want ICE out of Minneapolis. With that goal in mind, MIRAC launched our campaign, which consists of 4 demands: no collusion, no crowd control, no cover-ups, and real consequences. 1. No collusion. No Minneapolis employee or MPD officer will question anyone's immigration status or cooperate with federal agents for any reason.
That's right.
Federal agencies have their own resources. Our city will not assist, share information, or lend support. MPD officers must issue citations, not arrests, for minor offenses whenever possible. 2. No crowd control. MPD will not aid federal agents in crowd control or raids. Instead, they must protect our community, intervene against abuse, defend protesters, and refuse to turn anyone over to federal custody. 3. No cover-ups. All law enforcement officers must show their faces and badges. Any officer who hides their identity will be suspended or arrested. MPD also must release transparent reports and 911 transcripts within 24 hours of any federal incident. 4. Real consequences. Any MPD officer who violates these rules faces suspension, termination, and fines. City leaders must hold public meetings within days of any incident and share all information about federal activity with the community twice a year. Our demands are simple. We are asking our leaders to keep our community safe and be transparent in their actions. Just yesterday, Mayor Frey was discovered to have deleted text messages and cell phone records from June 3rd, the day in which federal agencies carried out an attack against our community, harassed and assaulted multiple activists, and kidnapped our immigrant neighbors. We are asking for transparency and advocacy from our leadership. We are asking for safety and fairness from the very institutions that have sworn an oath to ensure the safety of our community, which has always included immigrants and their families. This is the least that they can do. It seems that they have forgotten who it is they serve. They do not serve a federal agency. They do not serve a king. They serve us, their constituency. They have a responsibility to us, and we will hold them accountable. Because when our leaders fail us, we rise. When they choose silence, we speak. And when they forget their duty to the people remind them who is in charge. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do?
Stand up, fight!
That's right. Thank you. No matter what happens, we hope to see you at our next event. Join us in the street 1 week before Election Day to demand ICE out of Minneapolis in a real sanctuary now at 4 p.m. Tuesday, October 28th at the Federal Courthouse Plaza. Thank you.
So just repeat after me. We're gonna try in Spanish. Aquí estamos.
Aquí estamos.
Si no nos vamos.
Si no nos vamos.
Aquí estamos.
Aquí estamos.
Si no nos vamos.
Si no nos vamos.
Thank you so much. We have another community organization with us today. I'd like to introduce Claire with Freedom Street Health. Then we'll get into our mayoral candidates discussion. So thank you, Claire, for being here.
Thank you so much, MIRAC, for giving me the opportunity to speak. My name is Claire. I'm with an organization called Freedom Street Health. We are a collective of healthcare workers and street medics, and our organization and mission were born out of the George Floyd uprising. We believe that healthcare and medical information should be democratized. It is a universal human right to receive health care, and that care should be evidence-based and easily accessible. Today I represent our organization here because healthcare access is an immigrants' rights issue. Immigrants, especially those who are undocumented, face higher barriers to quality care. When health insurance is tied to employment status, those who are unemployed, underemployed, and unofficially employed suffer the consequences. Health insurance, when it does exist, is inadequate and unaffordable. Additionally, despite paying taxes and contributing to our society in countless ways, undocumented immigrants are robbed of the benefits that they should be entitled to. Things like Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and so many more social programs. The default language of healthcare providers is English, and speakers of other language suffer when they are unable to fully communicate their needs or receive detailed, transparent information about their healthcare and medical treatment. Interpreters are often difficult to access, overscheduled, underpaid, forcing individuals to go without or rely on family members doing their best, trying to do medical interpretation, which is a specialized skill. And finally, when law enforcement responds to every medical aid call, people are faced with a difficult decision to forego emergency response. When seconds count, no one should have to assess the risk of accessing life-saving resources.
That's right.
There's no world in which this is okay. There's no time in history that this has happened where we have not looked back in shame and disgust. Immigrants, transgender people, and disabled people are today's canaries in the coal mines, and we are the ones that are holding the cage. Healthcare access is systematically being stripped from us. Politicians in Congress are holding healthcare access hostage in their government shutdown.
Okay.
Unidentifiable Gestapo kidnap people out of their homes and then in detention mock them for asking for their life-saving medications. Those of us with privilege put ourselves on the line alongside the vulnerable in our communities, not because if today they come for you, tomorrow they may come for me, but because immigrants are integral to our community.
That's right.
Because you belong here.
because you are part of us. The cops don't protect us, we protect us. We are loyal to the people of our communities and not to the power structure that oppresses them. Dissent is patriotic, and this is what democracy looks like.